Hi, good morning. Welcome to Morning with Sandy. And welcome to me in the dark. I didn't realize it would be so dark down here. The sun is up and there are lights on in the room. See, it's just not working for you, is it? So just pretend it's the middle of the night and we're visiting in the middle of the night. I'm not at home. You can see that. That's the bed I slept in last night. Yes, I am in Colorado. This is the Rocky Mountain High we were alluding to yesterday, but it was a surprise. See, my friend Lynn is 70 years old today. She's still sleeping upstairs, but she's 70 years old today. And I haven't missed a milestone with her in a long time. Her party is actually on Saturday, but I said I couldn't come. So I surprised her, and I'm here on her birthday instead. This is me and Lynn. Yeah. Lynn, I love you. Happy birthday. Just in case you wake up in time to watch. It's tough not having Indy, my sidekick and producer, right next to me, playing music and chatting with me. But I'll see if I can do this the way it used to be, just me. Here I am. I don't know if you're joining me or not, because nothing is working exactly the way it does at home, and I don't even have any chats. No, I don't. But yes, I flew to Denver yesterday. Had I known that things were going to be not quite so great in terms of the pandemic, I might not have come. But at the time I made my reservation, everything seemed to be looking up so nicely. Now there's mask mandates all over. People are getting sick again. We're having what they called a pandemic of the unvaccinated or something like that. Anyway, I felt okay about wearing my mask and being out, being double vaccinated. And of course, when I got off the plane and got on the shuttle to get to my baggage, there's only on the shuttles, there's like one place to sit if you need to sit. And my leg was kind of bothering me, so I decided I would sit. There was a person sitting on one end, and I sat on the other end. And then at one of the stops, somebody came in and sat like almost right next to me. Guy about my age, wearing his mask on his chin. I was not pleased and I didn't know what to do. And then I finally figured out what to do. Tell the son of a gun to put his mask on. It's the law. So I turned to him very sweetly, wearing my mask that says, kindness is contagious too. And I said to him, excuse me, would you mind pulling your mask up? And he looked at me like I was out of my mind. And then he went like this. All right. And he pulls his mask up to here. Seriously. And I looked at him like, are you out of your friggin' mind? And I said, no, over your nose. And he said, like that. And then put it over his nose. And he said, I can't afford expensive masks like yours. And I said, isn't that a shame? I said, honestly, mine was a gift. So obviously I have very wealthy friends. And I just turned around and looked the other way. I was so aggravated. So he got off at the next stop, thank goodness. And someone else got on, a young girl, sat down right in his spot, right next to me. And by the way, there were a million other places to stand, but she sat down right next to me, drinking from her water bottle, no mask in sight. It's like, what's wrong with me? What am I attracting? Everybody else in the entire place had a mask on. So I very sweetly again said, sorry to bother you, but could you please put your mask on? And she looked at me and she goes, oh my God, I keep forgetting my mask. I'm so sorry. And she like struggled in her purse for like the next minute and a half, found her mask, put it on. What a little sweetheart she turned out to be. We ended up talking all the way to get our baggage. She was just really adorable. She just forgot. She was just on her way home and excited to be going home and forgot about her mask. But I did stay 6 feet away from her just to be safe. Anyway, it was a delightful trip. Oh, and this surprise. So here's what I did. And I couldn't talk about it because I didn't want to give it away. So my girlfriend calls and says, hey, I'm having a 70th birthday party. I don't know how you feel about being around people you don't know, but I'm having a 70th birthday party. And My family is coming in, so you can't stay here and I can't pick you up. You'd have to also get a car and a hotel. So I don't really expect you to come, but I didn't want you to think you weren't invited." And I said, thanks for inviting me. You're right. That's like a plane ticket and a rental car and a hotel. Sorry, I just can't do it all." And we talked some more. We hung up and I just went like this. I can't not be with her on her 70th birthday. Jeez, what's wrong with you, Sandy? So I got online and I thought as I was typing and looking for a good ticket, why do I want to be at a party with other people? I won't be able to be with her, talk to her, wake up with her. Well, I mean, not literally, but otherwise, just hang out and chat and be girlfriends. Why don't I go before her birthday and be there on her birthday morning and spend her birthday with her? So I made a reservation and now I figured out I'm going to have to surprise her. What am I going to do? So you'll love this. You can try it. It worked great. I said to her, "I'm so sorry I can't be at your birthday, but I've done something very special for your birthday. You're going to get a delivery on your birthday. So you have to be home to accept it because you have to sign for it." Well, okay, she bought that. Well, what is it? I can't tell you. It's a surprise. So she started thinking about what could it be that she had to sign for it. And then the next day I sent her a message that said, "Uh-oh, problem. They can't deliver right on your birthday." I already knew this, by the way, but I just wanted to keep the game going. "They can't deliver on your birthday. They're going to have to deliver the day before, and I can't pin them down to a time yet, but they said sometime between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Are you going to be home the day before your birthday?" So she wrote back that yes, she would be home. And what did she have to sign for? Anyway, this game went on for like, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks. She called me yesterday while I was at the airport getting ready to get on my plane. So I didn't take the call and I just typed back, "Oh, sorry, I was in the shower. I couldn't take your call. What's up?" And she typed back, "I just wondered if you got a more specific time because I'd like to go out if they're not coming now." So I wrote back and I said, "No, they're coming between 3 and 6. So you're free. Have a great day." And then she called me again. Literally, as I had landed, I was still in the plane. She called me again saying, "Did they get more specific?" And I said, "No, they didn't get more specific. But I promise you it's worth waiting for." Anyway, I had someone pick me up, drop me off a little bit of ways from her house, and I rang her bell and I said, "Hi, would you please sign for your president?" Look at this. I'm getting all teary just talking about it. She started crying too. We both started crying and just hugging each other. And we've just been girlfriending for the last however many hours, and it's been awesome. Totally awesome. Last night we went to dinner at a place called Ted's. That'd be Ted Turner's place. So I probably made a mistake because it's famous for bison. And I ordered a steak salad. So I had salad with just regular steak on it, but it was fabulous. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Colorado beef, duh. The fires here, by the way, the air is ridiculous. We're a mile up, and that's probably why it's so dark, even though there's light coming in, but it's so dark in here. Seriously, the fires, they say it's the California fires, are like the whole sky. It's like dusk all the time. My eyes have been watering like crazy. So we're staying in as much as we can at her house and being outside when we're around other people. It's like cray cray. Day before yesterday, Denver had the worst air quality of any place in the world. Great. An old allergy prone kid shows up here, right? Oh, well, that's the way it goes. I also ate yesterday at a place called Tupelo Honey. And I love Roscoe's for their chicken. Roscoe's, it's like their succulent chicken breasts. But I got to tell you, Tupelo honey, dang me. I had a salad, but with a chicken breast sliced up on top of it. I like butter. It was like butter. It was so good. I miss Colorado Day. Yeah, Colorado Day was August 1st. Today's the 11th. I missed it by 10 days. Oh, well. What else is today? It's annual medical checkup day. You okay? Go check it up. I'm not going because I don't want to get weighed. I think you have the right to refuse to be weighed. I think every woman should always have the right to refuse to be weighed. I'm working on it. I got to get back to tennis first. I need to get exercise. I'm sorry, but that just has to happen. What else? It is National Hip Hop Day. I can still hip hop as long as I don't put any weight on my left hand. Remember I told you about my favorite hip hop band? And they're kind of a cross between rap and hip hop. Yeah, Northern State, but I don't think they're performing anymore. It's Play in the Sand Day. Yeah, I did that the other day with Indy. We went to the beach. Play in the sand. So my favorite video, I should really show it to you because it's so cute. My grandson Max was about 2 years old, and his bubby, that would be Fritzy, his bubby used to play with him like endlessly. They were best friends, just best buddies. And I have movies of him at the park with her in a big giant sand area. And he would dig up sand, handfuls of sand, and bring it to her for lunch. He called it her lunch. And she would go like this, nom, 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 and then go like this, smiling at him and dump it out. And then say, I'm still hungry. Could I please have some more? And he would laugh and go get her more and fill up her hands. And she'd pretend to eat it and then dump it out and ask for more. Wouldn't it be great if we could be that entertained with something that simple? Yeah. Please, sir, may I have more? Did you know? I think I've told you this. Bob Gold, wherever you are, a friend of mine in Palos Verdes, when he was a kid, he was in the original cast of Oliver on Broadway. How cool is that? Huh? He was one of the boys. It's World Calligraphy Day. I have like terrific handwriting. I do. I used to do with a simple pen, I could write in calligraphy style. So I was the one that always addressed everybody's wedding invitations and birthday card invitations and all that stuff. And then when I had my store, I used to sell my work. Yeah, I would charge like $1 an envelope and I would do their calligraphy. And I could do it as quickly as other people could write their name. It just came naturally. That was a gift I was lucky to have. Yeah, I love doing calligraphy. It was not classic calligraphy, don't get me wrong, just like, and I used to say, I guess I still say, that if my parents had given birth to a child with sloppy handwriting, I could have been a doctor. I had the grades, but no, they had to give birth to a child with perfect lettering, so I had to be a teacher instead. It's okay. I loved it. I did. 1934, Alcatraz opened for its first prisoners. Have you ever been there? I've taken the ferry out to Alcatraz from San Francisco. It's very exciting to go there, especially if you've seen like The Birdman of Alcatraz or one of the other movies that Escape from Alcatraz. There are a lot of movies written about Alcatraz. There are. And it's like it would make you never want to do anything bad because you wouldn't want to be locked up. It's not a happy place, but the setting is gorgeous. Happy birthday, Alcatraz. Yeah. Alex Haley was born. Happy birthday. He wrote Roots. Do you know about your roots? Have you ever done genealogy? I know some. I have some info about my ancestors, but not a lot. Not a whole lot. Happy birthday to Stephen Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, from which I am speaking to you right now from my Apple computer. Oh, probably, you remember Robin Williams, right? Yeah, of course you do. Robin Williams committed suicide. What a loss to this world. I think probably one of the most disturbed but funniest human beings ever on the face of the planet. Do you remember Mork and Mindy? Mork and Mindy ran from 78 to 82 on TV. He was hilarious. And here's what I learned about Mork and Mindy. Remember Pam Dauber? She was so cute. Do you know how it started? I didn't remember this until I started reading about it. Mork and Mindy was actually a spin-off of Happy Days. There was an episode of Happy Days where then alien landed and it was Mork, and it was so well accepted that he ended up getting his own show out of it. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and he was in that movie, I forgot the name of it, but Carpe diem was the saying of the movie. Well, one of his famous quotes is Carpe per diem. Seize the check. I thought that was cute. I did another quote by him. Where did I put it? No matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. Robin Williams. Keep that in mind. Oh, and I saw him once in person. This was not a close encounter of the first kind. It was the second kind, because I guess it's the second kind, because I only saw him. I didn't talk to him. But of all places, I was at the farmer's market in Torrance, California on a Saturday morning, walking around, buying my fresh produce and my flowers and blah, blah, blah. And who's walking right there? Robin Williams and Annette Bening. I don't know if you saw the movie The Face of My Love. Yeah, that was it. The Face of My Love. It was one of the very last movies he did before he committed suicide. I hope it wasn't over that movie, because they looked like they were having a great day. They were there filming for the movie. So if you see a farmer's market in the movie, The Face of Their Love or something like that, The Face of Love, just know that, hey guys, I was there. Maybe you'll see me as an extra. I don't know. Oh, Stephen just sent me a private message that said, hey, I'm here. Are you not getting comments? Apparently, I am not getting comments. I'm not connected to the internet this morning. I'm using the hotspot on my phone. So good morning, Stephen. I can see that there's quite a few of you there, but I can't see who you are. So if you want to send me a text or something, or say hi afterwards, I am happy to see you. Oh, it says Ginny's here too. Hi, Ginny. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I slept really well last night, except for I woke up at my regular time with crazy pain. I want this MRI thing to be done. Oh, and Indy's here. Hi, Indy. Hi, honey. I miss you. What else? Car accident. Why did I put that down? Jason Pollock died in 1956. He was the artist that did all the abstraction with the drip paintings. We used to laugh about his stuff. He died, I guess, in a car accident in 1956. But he would take these big canvases, and he'd do this and drip paint and stuff like that, and they'd be these magnificent pieces of art that sold for gazillions of dollars. I never really got that kind of art. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just that, monkeys and little children, and I can do the same thing. I don't know. Maybe you love it. If you do, I apologize. And Jason Pollock did some amazing stuff. We'll just go with that. 1942, Hedy Lamarr. So it's not her birthday and it's not her death day. But I put this in because I thought it was so fascinating. I had read this years ago and forgotten. Now I remember. Hedy Lamarr was a beautiful, famous actress, right? But she is also the person who, along with, I got to get his name right, George Antheil, who was a composer, not a scientist, Together, the two of them invented and patented in 1942, just prior to the US getting fully into the war, an electronic device to jam radio signals. This is an actress who apparently was like a brilliant mind as well. And the technology that they came up with that was used during the war is now used in cell phones and satellites. Girl power. Hey, Hetty. And I can't say her name without thinking of oh shoot. I can't think of what his name is, but his name in Blazing Saddles is Hedley Lamar. And people kept referring to him as Hedy Lamar, and he'd say, "That's Hedley Lamar." Good guy. Oh, I just got a message from Stephen that says he totally disagrees with me on today's word art. Oh, that's going to be fun to talk about. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. In 1987, the Rolling Stones magazine named Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band the best album in 20 years. That's pretty good. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. Yeah, I know you know what it is. And in 1986, the year before, the Monkees did a reunion tour. I'm a big Monkees fan. I'm a big Beatles fan, but I'm also a big Monkees fan. They did this reunion tour, not a regular tour. And at the time of their reunion tour, they had six albums on Billboard's top 20. That's pretty cool. After you've hit your peak, to still be right there up on top. And back in the days when I was a serious gambler, I used to love this slot machine that was a Monkees slot machine. And as you played it, it played Daydream Believer and Homecoming Queen. And when you hit a jackpot, it played another Monkees song. It was just all Monkees songs that I loved it. So here's to the Monkees. All right, Stephen, this is what you've been waiting for, right? This was this morning's word art. It says, good enough often is, and you are enough. So Stephen disagrees. I'm going to see if I can pull that up. He says good enough is never enough for a leader. Okay, I can't even argue with that. If you're leading a troop into battle, having a perfect score of keeping your guys alive and winning a battle, good enough is not really enough. But if it saves half your men, I'm going to go with maybe it is. Just saying. So let me give you some examples. And Stephen, we may not disagree as much on this as you think we do. There are times, like if you're building a piano, when good enough is not enough. You've got to have all the notes all right, or the piano's not going to work. But there are other times, like when you're scrambling eggs, when you're making fried eggs and a little corner gets broken, so a little bit of the yolk leaks out, it's not going to ruin your egg. It's good enough because you get the idea of that one, right? Okay. What I'm saying is perfectionism is dangerous for human beings. That striving to be perfect and not allowing yourself to be okay. You don't have to be perfect at everything. There are times when perfection really matters. I will not disagree with that. But in general, good enough might just be good enough. Oh, yeah, I wrote myself a note. Back in the old days when I owned Balloon Affair, balloons, parties, gifts like that, Valentine's Day was our biggest day of the year. And we would literally, I'm not joking, have lines that went around the block waiting to get their orders. we would do somewhere around 50 times a normal day in one day. So we'd bring in all kinds of extra help, and it was chaotic and crazy and so much fun and awful at the same time. And I would panic because I was very, very concerned that everything that went out the door of my shop be perfect. Every ribbon be curled, every balloon be blown to the same size. I wanted people to know that they were getting absolutely perfect. And my father-in-law, who worked for me at the time, my BFF, Fred Lynette's, I miss you, Fred Lynette's, every day. Fred made a sign and he put it up in the back room so all the employees could see it, that said, "We're not selling plasma." Satisfactory means it's good enough to get the job done. If you're a human being striving for perfection, it is not perfect, but it's enough to accomplish what you set out to accomplish to a degree that will make it acceptable. That's good enough. Yes, Stephen, I agree that there are times when good enough is not enough, but there are also times when good enough is enough. And you don't have to make yourself crazy stressing. Okay, so I need to read his comment. Still, he says, I understand your points. Still, why are Americans exceptional? Because good enough was never good enough. America was built on good enough not being good enough. Okay. We can agree and disagree on this one. I think there are times when perfection and stepping over the good enough mark is really important. But I don't want everyone to beat themselves up because not everything in life needs to be perfect. Right? Your world will not fall apart if the pillows on your bed are not exactly straight. That's good enough, right? Yeah. If you wake up in the morning and you've got a few little wrinkles under your eyes, you don't have to get rid of them. That's good enough. Follow what I'm saying? Don't make yourself crazy over being perfect. Sometimes good enough really is good enough. What does that say? Something about scoring high enough. You know, you can score high enough to get into the highest group and still not be the highest score, but that score was good enough to get you into the highest group. You follow that reasoning? You know, sometimes it's good enough to get you where you want to go, even if you didn't get to the top of the mountain. You were good enough to get to the highest spot that anybody else had ever reached. You get the idea. Yeah. In the meantime, I'm having some really good coffee today. Yeah, because here at Lynn's house, we grind the beans ourselves and then make the coffee. So, hey. And the other side of the, by the way, on one of her other birthdays, I think, it says, sister wife is forever. That's me and Lynn. And the other side says, no matter what, I loves ya. That's true for me and you too. No matter what, I loves you. Here's your sip and your smile. I'll try and get a lighter setting for tomorrow, but I'll see you again from Denver, Colorado. Bye-bye.